Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing another book review because I have yet fallen in love with another book series that I just have to talk about, which I already know most of you probably already know about the series and have read this series because it's a popular series and for good reason. I am just late to the bandwagon as usual. I'm always late to jumping on the bandwagon, but I'm finally on it. And the series, well, at least the first book, because I've only read the first book so far, but the first book was amazing. So I definitely want to talk about it. So that book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. It is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series. And if you don't know, the Lunar Chronicles are based off classic fairy tales. So Cinder being the first one, it's based off of Cinderella. Cinderella, kind of get it? So yeah, so I pretty much loved this book, absolutely loved it. And actually, funny side story. So in high school, me and my best friend used to debate about Disney princesses because Cinderella was her absolute favorite Disney princess. And of course mine was Princess Jasmine. And I thought, Cinderella, all she does is marry a prince. Big whoop. Jasmine has a genie, a magic flying carpet she can take anywhere around the world and go on super cool adventures, a super cool tiger as a pet, and she can fight and kick butt. Plus, there's Aladdin. What more can a girl want? So, my favorite was always Princess Jasmine, and I thought Cinderella was kind of lame. But, not Marissa Meyer's version of Cinderella, because I absolutely loved Cinder in this, and I cannot wait to see her in the other books because I absolutely loved her. So Cinder, if you guys didn't know, is a cyborg, as you can kind of see from the picture. So Cinder is a cyborg, and one thing that I really love about Cinder, or her character, is she has these really funny, sarcastic remarks at times, and she's kind of a smartass, and I love that. I love characters that are kind of a smartass because I'm kind of a smartass too, apparently. So I've been told. So another quick funny side story. When I lived with my brother and my sister-in-law, so me and my older brother were kind of like the smart-ass ones in the family, and we'd make comments all the time. So my sister-in-law made this jar so that whenever one of us would make a smart-ass comment, we had to put a quarter in the jar. And so one day, I just took out a $5 bill and put it in the jar, and I'm like, this is for all the comments I've already made and all the comments I will make in the future. So yeah, paying up front. But, so yeah, I love smart-ass characters because they're just super funny and I like them. So yeah, I really like Cinder. But not just because of that. I also related to her on some other levels as well. One being just like, which I feel like this is one that a lot of girls can relate to Cinder on this, but just, the whole insecurity of how you look and, how your body is, just all that typical insecurity that a lot of girls get. And so, Cinder being a cyborg, she's like, she has metal arms and metal legs. So when she meets the prince, and the prince is like flirting with her and asking her to the ball, and she keeps like turning him away and pushing him away and turning him down, because she's like, I'm a cyborg. If he knew, he would never go for me. He'd probably be horrified that he was even flirting with me because I'm a cyborg. And so, part of me was like, I understood where she was coming from with that, but at the same time, a part of me, because obviously we know the story of Cinderella, and we know she ends up with the prince in the end. So part of me was just like, just tell him the truth. He'll probably like you anyway. So tell him. So yeah, there were points in here where I was just like, just tell him the truth. But I really like Cinder, her character anyway. And now I feel like I'm rambling a bit. But anyway, moving on, another character that this is a character you love to hate, because it's the villain, and that is Queen Levana. I absolutely hated her. I could not stand Queen Levana. And you've got a really good villain, or the author has written a really good villain when the villain isn't even in the book for the most part, and you end up hating them so much. Because really we don't actually see Queen Levana until like towards the end. We kind of see her. We get some scenes with her at the end. But throughout the book, we're more just like told by other characters that this is how she is, this is how she runs her planet, and like this is, she's a tyrant, she's a bully, like, we're told all these things about her throughout the story from different characters and how she treats her people. And so, and then we see her at the end, and we kind of see how she is with Cinder, and we're just like, I really, really could not stand Levana. So, she's a good villain. She's a really, really good villain. So yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about with this book are the plot twists. And one thing that I like is how the twists are kind of spread out through the book, and it's not like all at the end you find out a bunch of stuff all at the same time at the end, but it's kind of, you find out a little bit more throughout, and it's sprinkled throughout. And so, yeah, that's one thing I like, and I really liked the plot twist. I did predict the big ones for the most part. I predicted the big ones, but I still enjoyed it. I was like, yes, I knew that was what was going to happen. So, yeah, I still enjoyed it, even though I predicted what the twist was. But there was one twist that I actually did not predict, and I did not see coming. I was kind of like, okay, you got me there. That was good. So, but yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed Cinder. Absolutely loved it. I love Marissa Meyer's version of Cinderella. This is a Cinderella I can get behind because she's super cool. And she's a cyborg, which is kind of cool too, even though she kind of has her insecurities about it. But yeah. So, oh, and one other thing I almost forgot was I loved Cinder's relationship with Peony, one of her stepsisters. Because we know in the original Cinderella, she's got 2 evil stepsisters and an evil stepmom. But in this one, she's still got the evil stepmom and an evil stepsister. But her other stepsister is actually really sweet and really nice. And her and Cinder get along great. And I just love their relationship. I'm like, yes, she's not evil like the rest of them. She's good, and I like her. And I'm glad Cinder has one person in her corner, at least. So, yeah. Prince Kai, I don't really know that there's much that I have to say about Prince Kai. I liked him well enough. I didn't absolutely love him, but I didn't hate him. I liked him well enough, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if we see him more in the rest of the series, I'll like him more, but to me, he was kind of just okay. But yeah. So, one thing I do like is that this actually does not have a love triangle for once. There's so many books, especially YA books, they always have to include a stupid love triangle. But Cinder does not have a love triangle. So, I like that very much. So that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on Cinder. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait to continue with the rest of the series. And I thought it was pretty cool that we got a little bit of a reference or introduction to some of the other characters that we're gonna meet in the later on books. Like we kind of see Rapunzel for a brief moment, and Cinder, we got to meet her a little bit. So yeah, it'll be interesting when we get to those stories. Although I really like Cinder, so I really want to have more of her story and read more about her. And the next book in the series is Scarlet, and Cinder's gonna be in that one, but it's gonna be more focused on Red Riding Hood. But I'm just like, I want more Cinder, because I really, really like her. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my thoughts on this. I've been rambling a bit, and I know my thoughts are kind of all over the place. It's how they usually always are. So, yeah. But leave me a comment down below, you guys, if you've read the series. Let me know what you've thought and which book in the series is your favorite if you've read it. And if you haven't read it yet, then get on this bandwagon. At least I'm not the only late one to the bandwagon, but get on the bandwagon if you haven't read it yet. So, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.